Hey everybody, it's Saturday the 24th. In the shop today doing a little work on the quarter panel and trunk drop off on the driver's side. We had talked about and discussed the passenger side, and it's already been done, and that's a fairly new looking panel. I have not cleaned it up, but we looked at the repair, checked it out, and we're going to leave that one. The drop off and the lower quarter patch are both fairly new, so hopefully we're going to be good there. We've got the new drop off for the driver's side, and we've been drilling out some plug welds and getting some old material out of the way. We've got some holes drilled here and there wherever we can get to it with a welder to put it back. We've got some holes, and we're going to get ready to spray some primer in there and get that panel in and weld it up. The work that I had done earlier on the rear cross rail and the bumper brackets and the cross rail extensions, out of all that, the only thing that had to come off was this cross rail extension that I had fabbed up, and I'm hoping that that's going to go right back in place once I get the quarter panel patch and drop off in there. Hopefully we'll be able to reuse that. It came off not without a fight, but I mean it came off fairly good. And there's probably about 45 minutes worth of cutting and bending and fabbing in this, and if I can save it, I definitely want to do that. That'll save me some time. It's not in too terribly bad a shape, so but we started cleaning up and burying metal wherever we need to. We're gonna keep going and get this cleaned on up. I wanted to show you this piece here is the piece that I fabbed and put in to patch up underneath the bumper bracket on the other side there inside the trunk pan. And you can see the size of the patch all the way out to here, and I did put a lip on that, which will help me with this. And I don't know why this notch is in here, but it looks like a factory notch, but it's not in the way of anything. So we're going to continue on. I think everything's looking pretty good. I did just an initial trim down of that quarter. I've got some reference marks. We got it out of the way so we could get in there to the trunk drop off. And I think we've got this fitting pretty good. And we're going to proceed in this direction. And when I have some more progress, I'll bring you back, hopefully. Hopefully the video is going to be a little better today. Alright guys, working on the trunk drop off. We've got the end that meets the wheel well spot welded in, and I went ahead and cleaned up some of those. And what we're doing now is just we're working down the seam toward the cross rail, and I've still got a clamp or two back there, but you can see a few of the spot welds where we drilled out, just working our way to the back. And it's pretty common stuff. A few more minutes and we'll have this tacked in, and we can go around back and fit that cross rail extension and make sure it's going to be okay, and then we'll start work on the quarter, see what happens. Bring it back. Alright everybody, we are secure, in place, welded. I'm not going to worry about cleaning up those welds. All this is going to be sprayed with epoxy primer, paint, and we'll go over it with some Raptor liner for protection. But let me get you out. Sorry about being so shaky. I'm holding an iPad. I just don't have a camera with a stabilizer thingy and all that, but we'll do the best we can. Just have a little shake with it. But we were able to get in there and get that seam tightened up real good. Spot welded about every 2 inches all the way down, and then across here, and then where that quarter is going to come in, I'm not exactly sure, but once I flip it back over, we'll start on that. The main thing was just to make sure that this was correct. I guess this is the first step, and then we'll go with the quarter and we'll do whatever work we need to do along these edges. I know there'll be some fitment with that new quarter patch back in here where it's going to roll over. Right now it just comes out straight, but we will definitely have to do a little massaging in those areas. But again, even where that thing came in to the piece that I put in, and you can tell the difference, this 20 gauge or whatever it is versus the 16 gauge patch that I put in, you can really tell the difference in the thickness, but it's fine. What I did have to do, I could not get the gun in this area. I started welding this side as far as I could go, which was about where it made the bend, and then I actually had to drill the panel and come in from this side with the last 3 or 4 welds because there was just not enough room for the gun to get in there. But I think it turned out pretty good. I'm happy with it, and I'm glad we decided to take this step and just, instead of fiberglass and patch and mud and gum and gar, we got metal in there now. So one thing we did decide we would check before we get too far is see if this is gonna, I think that's gonna go back just about like it was, and I'll have enough width there. Of course, I don't want to widen it out. That's going to throw the quarter off. So I want to go back with this same piece, and I'll just pull that quarter in, wrap it around, weld it. Hopefully it'll all work out. But we're going to try to flip this thing around a little bit and get started on the quarter, see what we can get done. It's already getting a little bit late in the day, but there's a lot of work in doing one of these patches in this drop-off piece. But again, I'll bring you back when we've got more. All right, everybody, it's going to wind us up for today. We got the quarter patch in place. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get that thing put on, and thanks for watching and subscribing, and see you next time.